going on, everybody? Welcome to Undercover Dumpster Fire. As always, we have firefighter, therapist, actor, you name it, Willie. What's going on, Willie?
Hey, what's up?
And of course, we have Keto 50, Eric, all over the world. I never know where he's at.
Alabama.
Needs to be.
Alabama right now.
Sweet. And you're not going to believe this. I think I actually got on Instagram. So, wow, I'm making things work.
There you go.
And the firefighter blacked us out for the second week in a row. This is the second week.
Smoke signals. Oh, look.
Yep.
This guy.
Here we go.
Oh, no. There we go. Oh, man. That's so bad.
You need to take the buttons away from him.
This is all because I scared him about tonight's episode. So
yeah, all right, I'm back. No more Instagram. I can't do it. I go sideways.
So tonight's episode is going to be freaking awesome. It should be fun, and it should also be educational and talking about traumas. We always do. But these two guys have no idea anything of what we're going to do tonight. All I told them was a little hint that it's going to be a game show of sorts. So before we get into what we're going to do tonight, all right, Willie, give me one of your favorite charities.
My favorite charities?
You can't give your own though, not in this case.
Oh yeah.
You may have to give them a little bit of money. So it's got to be someone you could donate to. You can't donate to your own.
So I'm just gonna call them the hair missiles, but that's not actually the name of the. It's a place that helps retired service dogs, and
nice.
And they raise money for training and to help them retire, like find homes, like give them a good, nice life. At the end of it, there.
If hair missiles is not their name, can they switch it to that, because that is a freaking awesome
name. Yeah, that's what they call them. Yeah, send in hair missiles. Yeah.
All right, Keto. Favorite charity. All right, favorite charity that you might have to give just a little bit of money to tonight.
Ooh, probably, man, I wonder if he's still collecting. I think it's the 911 documentary movie when I met Mr. Weaver, Conrad Weaver. And he looks like he's doing great things with that type of documentaries. And I'd like him to continue to do that type of, it's a really good experience.
That's cool.
Beautiful. And mine, as you guys can probably guess, is Copline, as I always do. So, all right. You guys ready to have some fun tonight?
Yeah.
So here's what we're going to do on this sheet of paper, and I promise that this is fair, but there are 15 questions. All right, we're playing, let's call it a game of golf. And also, anybody that is happening to tune in or anything like that, you can fire out a question too, and we will skip and go to that question if we see it, all right? So all three of us have to answer the question. If you decline to answer, and that is always an option. You can say, I'm not going to answer this one. If you do not answer, you get a point. Whoever has the highest score at the end of this game will have to donate what they can to the charity that they named out. Obviously, I know we're all broke, so I'm not putting a dollar amount. It's what you can afford to give, all right? So that will be up to you. Make sense to everybody?
All right. Let's do it.
All right. And so they're in numerical order. But we'll start with Willie. Willie, you'll give out first number, whatever number you want to give between 1 and 15. And then we will go around and all three of us will have to answer it. And since you're calling out the number, you'll start. And then we'll go Eric, and then we'll go me last.
7.
Number 7. Really? That's a weird one to start with. But all right.
Yeah. This would be weird.
All right. Oh, all right. Yeah, we're starting out interesting. All right. What is your latest, most recent regret or mistake?
Most recent regret or
mistake, yeah.
My most recent mistake or regret is burning the bottom of my feet. And
I feel like that's not fair.
Yeah, it's been a couple weeks. I burnt it bad. And now
how did you do it again? Explain to everybody how you managed.
So when I get really triggered for anxiety, this is me practicing what I preach. So I will do drastic things to be grounded. And one of the things I do is walk around barefoot. Not all the time, not everywhere, just every once in a while. And what I did was like, I'm going to go. It was a cloudy day in Florida. So I ended up walking my 5 miles. What I got to do, went to the outdoor gym, worked out, walked back. And then I realized a week later after running on the beach that I had burned my feet the week before. And then it's been like disaster ever since, man. Me trying to stay still and not walk around and do everything that I always do. So, but it's been great because I've been writing things and like building stuff. So, but it's been a regret because it's like, man, why did I do that? You know what I'm saying?
Burning your feet, I can see that as a regret. Yeah, I'm not gonna
Yeah.
argue with you on that one. I'm gonna let you have that.
Yeah, all right, I win that one.
Well, no. You don't win.
Oh.
You just get to keep. You get to keep a score of 0.
Oh, yeah.
Eric, keep going.
Yeah.
So am I picking it? So I'm picking a number.
No, same question. We all have to answer the same question. We're gonna do all. If we get to all 15, we're gonna do all 15. But we'll see.
All right. You said it was a mistake or a regret.
What is the biggest regret you had? Like the most recent, not the biggest one overall, but just the most recent.
Let me see. The most recent regret I probably had was not attending a funeral of a former high school football teammate.
That's a very good one. All right.
I couldn't. It was right in between 2 times when I just financially could not make it happen. And he was one of our guys from our team. You know, he was like the heartbeat. And that one's been bothering me.
That's a good one. I like that.
Yeah, because he was the guy that we all looked up to. That, you know, he made you work harder, but he was also the guy who put his arm around you. That type of, you know, cat. You know, dies at 56 of a heart attack. You know, and you're like, man, you know, they're dropping.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Thanks, guys. Thanks, Matt.
Hey, I told you this is going to be all right. I warned.
Hey, we'll pull some humor out in a second.
Exactly. Oh, there'll be in between. I'm sure some will come out of this.
Mm-hmm.
So, my most recent regret, as we talked about, I'm in therapy, and I have tons of trouble with crowds. We talked about the grocery store, and I talked about how good I was doing, that get in, not freaking out, trying to get through. Yep. A few days ago, went in and lost it and left. And like as soon as I got to my car, I was like, man, come on, I should suck it up and do it. And I could not talk myself into it and left. So I was kind of disappointed in myself in that one, that I bailed when I knew I should have sucked it up and tried to work my way through it. And I know, you know, I should have done my EMDR and stuff like that to try to get myself, and my mind was like, no, I'm not having it, and I couldn't get myself, as you say, grounded to get back in, and so I was pretty disappointed in myself that I let that one slip.
Yeah, that's all right. What'd you learn from it?
That I'm a wuss.
What? No, that you keep coming back to hard stuff, man.
Yeah.
And you, for some reason, you keep trying, and
I did it today. I made it through today. It was tough, and I still had, like, I got out of the grocery store, and you could see me in my car doing like that for a little while before I even tried to drive, because otherwise I was probably going to purposely run somebody off the road. But that's cool.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. Yeah, that's a good benchmark, because then maybe that's the pre. And then there'll be a post, you know, like
exactly.
You know, prior to, you'll know if you do that in the future. That's great, man. Both of you guys talking about grief stuff.
Yep. Yeah, you took the easy road on this one. Your feet.
It's like a self-inflicted wounds is what I did, you know, self-torture.
Telling you, firefighters and their feet. So
yeah, I think I'd be like more sensitive to burns, you know, but I just went on about my day, you know, my week. Yeah.
All right, Eric, it is your turn to pick a number now, and we start with you.
Give me 8.
8? All right. All right, good job. What, you go right down the line? Wow, you're so creative, by the way.
No, 8's actually my favorite number, dog. Come on.
All right.
Hey.
Don't make me feel bad about it. All right.
I am awesome. We are great. Senior class of 88, man. That was our champ.
Well, then that means his favorite number might be 6 or 9. If he goes in order, yeah. I mean, if you put those together, you know, like.
All right.
All right, pull it back.
Shadow band again.
Yeah. Every week, man. Just give it up.
What would you change if you could? What would you change about you? About you.
Oh, what is that?
what would I change right now about me?
you. Yeah.
I would
Change.
I would have been more fluent in Spanish, knowing my mom was Miss Cuban superstar cop. It was tough to learn it when the country you're supposed to go back and visit to learn Spanish was taken over by Castro. So I really didn't have those opportunities to practice Spanish as much as you would think. But I regret not learning it fluently. I always thought I can get away with it, but I can't like testify with it or be part of an investigation or anything like that. I always thought about that later on, and it's too late, or it's never too late to go back. But at the time, with the stress of the job and drinking habits and the social aspects of my life, I was just not looking to pick that up. So all right.
Yeah.
That's a good one. And I meant to say this earlier, which we haven't had issue with it, but the one rule for this game, and everybody's done it so far, but before I forget, for future, so everybody listening knows, is you have to be honest, right? You have to be 100%. Just so everybody listening knows, when we answer this, we're being 100% honest. We have the option not to answer.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to say that there. And part of the reason I'm saying that right now is because I'm debating whether I'm going to answer this one or pass it. So this is
pass. No kidding.
Yeah, I'm taking too long. Right, automatically get
Where's
the buzzer.
Yeah. I got a Minecraft sword over here. Get that out.
Yeah, you still have it. You didn't give it to your son. Good job.
No, that's
nice.
Of them now. Yeah.
So what I would change about me. So now, when I'm trying not to be so distrustful of people. People scare the crap out of me. I've said this 100 times before. I love people, but they also scare me. And I know, saying out loud, it sounds a little ridiculous or weird, but it is the hardest thing in the world for me when everywhere you go, everyone you meet, you're questioning everything in your brain right out the gate. And I hate, and I cannot emphasize this enough, I hate being like that and want it to end. If there was one thing I could change, people would say it's the stupidest thing in the world. I think I'd rather be completely naive to everything. I would love that at this point. Because it's so much better than the thoughts that go through your head when you're sitting there trying, well, what's this person trying to really get at? What's the real motive? Is that person going to shoot me over there? I would much rather just believe everybody is the greatest person in the world. So that would be mine, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks for bringing us down, Eric.
All right.
And did you
when do we get to the drugs and hookers?
Yeah, that's not in here. Sorry, I left those
off.
off.
Are you winning, or did we win the points, or did you? Score?
No, there's no. So far, everybody's at 0.
Okay.
You get a point when you don't answer. So we have to see if if we all make it through all of these and answer, then I'll take it as a loss since I came up with questions, and I'll donate to the complex.
Yep.
I'll be highly disappointed in y'all that you answered all of them.
Yep.
All right, Willie, it's your turn to answer that one.
All right. Well, this is complicated, but I'll keep it simple. And is that I often I'm my own limit person. I put limits on what I think I can do, should do, want to do. And it's something that has always been there. I'm working to let that go. Like just to do what it is that I feel like I'm called to do. And then I would limit it because I have this this little Big Lebowski kind of guy living in my head on the couch, and he doesn't pay rent, and so he yells at me and he's like, "Hey man, you're doing that wrong, like turn it up, turn it down," like, and I'm like, dude, you don't even pay rent, like you need out of here, but he's always there trying to just like, hey, you can't do that, like, what are you doing, what are they gonna think, why are you doing it? Like, so it's always this dialogue. But what I notice is it's actually in my professional opinion, I think that is my true self arguing with my mind. You know, the bullshit kind of mind stuff, where all the anxiety and all of the past and all that stuff is. Not my true self. My true self's like, you can do anything, man. Like, go for it. Like the army, you know, be all you could be. Like,
Exactly.
do that every day, all day, and you got it. But then there's this other one that's like, hey, man, you suck. And
Yeah.
you always suck. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, look at you, though. You know, like,
You suck.
Yeah, you're living in my head for free. All right, forget you.
You get out of here, man. Like, you don't even pay. You know, so now you guys know what I'm saying. Like that inner
totally
critic.
makes sense.
That it's just sometimes I listen to it and then I realize it and I'm like, and I come back to being present and then I feel good. But
totally.
That's how I disconnect it from that too. Is I just come present. I just get very grounded, like sensory stuff, you know, to be present. And then I feel like I can breathe sometimes, man. You know, like if I don't know, like the more you're around traumatic stuff and hear stuff and been through stuff, it adds up. And I sometimes it's like I don't even want to deal with all of what I'm triggered by right now. And it's not avoidance. I think I'm aware of it. I think you just allow things to happen and you process it right then and there. But to have a strategy to do it, that's the key. Because if you don't have a little process that you do, then it's kind of like you should be doing something, but you don't know what it is. You know, like I got to do something. You know, I don't know what it is. And then we're stuck. So we got to have a little procedure, a little ritual, a little protocol that you run. You know. Just like a play in football or cops, you know, how you do a traffic stop, man.
Exactly.
Find your own little way, you know. So, but sorry, that was a run-on answer. I should get.
That's perfect. You get no point. No. All right. You know what? I will give you points because then you lose. Do you want points? I will give you points.
I mean, I'll take one because I went long. Man.
No, you're fine. By the way, hey Abby, thank you for joining us.
Myself again, dude.
All right.
Hey.
I will go first on this one, but I'll let you all pick a number for me since I have them. That wouldn't be fair. So, Eric, pick a number for me. And so help me if you pick 9. Do not pick 9.
All right. 6.
Yeah. Might as well be a firefighter.
I'm counting.
Crap. All right. Thanks for this. Most relived memory.
High school? No kidding.
This is and I'll go first on this one. This is your whole life, unfortunately. And what is it that? So unfortunately, my undercover work plays in my head way more than it should, and I'm talking every day for periods. There are a couple of specific incidents that the one time being interrogated in the high rise. Yeah, and Abby actually just put the other one out. The guy that I call Billy. There are multiple instances. Billy he's legitimately a psychopath. And I went shooting with him more than a couple times, which I should have never ever done. But I mean, I live, so hey, kudos for that. But that whole time with him, it plays through my head probably more than anything else, as sad as that is. But I wish it didn't, but that's the reality, what it does.
Yeah.
All right, Willie.
Oh, man. All right. I mean, I'm gonna bring it back up because
your feet.
Because you have to, but
if it's your feet, so help me.
The birds, man, the birds.
Hey, Abby's saying one of you guys have a TV on the back. I know it's not me. I'm safe on this one. Either of y'all have a TV?
No, I don't have a TV on the background. Hey guys, try to keep it down, buddy.
How's that? I got your kids in trouble. It's Willie's fault.
Oh, yep. Tell them Uncle Willis said be quiet down there. Just kidding. But no. So I mean, mine is honestly, it sounds silly, but like being on the beach when I was a kid was the coolest thing there was. for me. And we lived in a beach town, so it wasn't like I had to go somewhere else, you know. And that was just reminding me, like when the waves would come, we called them Ruthie waves because this lady that was named Ruthie, who I don't even know who she is, but she taught us how to ride the waves one time, and we called them Ruthie waves after that. And the waves would come every once in a while. Lake Michigan doesn't get really big waves, and it's cold. It's like 75 degrees on a warm day, you know, usually like 40 or 50, you
Yeah,
know.
yeah, I couldn't
And
handle that.
so it's like freezing, but it's clear. And, you know, so anyway, long story just to say that little scene runs through my head a lot. And then when I'm on the beach now, like tomorrow morning, I'll be there. And then I'm like back there. So that it's like a reoccurring thing. It just keeps coming back. And it's something that I've like used to go to my little happy place for a long time. So like when I get all like sideways, I can go back to that spot and like feel all the feels. I feel like I'm there again. And sometimes I actually am. You know, so it's like not that hard to do, you know. So anyway, that's the one that there's other ones, but that's a very core one to me, you
That's
know.
a nice one. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Are you gonna take us up or down? What are you gonna do?
Man.
Up or down?
All right. I'll tell you a good story. A reoccurring vision or theme lately has been the day I met my wife. I've been thinking about that a lot.
All right.
Yeah. She's
She's
looking at me. So,
Clearly, she's in the room.
yeah, clearly. Okay.
All right. You know what? Guess what? Oh, you're getting a point. No, you cannot use this for your own personal gain. That's a point.
Yeah. No, what it was is we think about meeting her at that time and place when I was on a detail in front of a jewelry store, making extra money like we all do, you know, hoping not to get shot up in front of someone else's goods, right? And she happened to be off that day in the middle of the week and went shopping at Marshall's next door. And I was never one to use my uniform for advantage of women like a lot of guys do, because I knew that shit would cost me my badge, right? So
Yeah.
very careful with that. It's all the guys' mistakes. But for some reason, her and I just locked eyes, and I thought about her the whole time while she shopped. And 2 hours later, she came out, and we started talking, and we've been together ever since, dude. So that's been coming up lately because she's got me doing this tiny house living, and I'm like, how'd I end up in Alabama? I'm a Miami kid. I'm like, it's your fault. How did I meet you? So it always would come up like, yeah, man, that one day, like, what's that movie, Sliding Doors or something, that just, you never know one decision, what direction your life might go. And that was a big one for me because I met the best woman, like mother I could have possibly met for me in the circumstances I was in. And she's just been a godsend to me. So we brought it back up, boys.
Yeah.
You're still getting a point. Nice try.
Damn it.
Yeah.
You ruined it, honey.
Yeah. Mhm.
All right. I started that one. So, all right, Willie, pick a number. You're up on this one.
What numbers did we do already?
Well, apparently we're not very creative, so we did 6, 7, 8, 9.
Yay!
So how 5?
Oh.
Mhm.
Great. Great movie, Gwen. All right, number 5. Okay. Biggest regret of your life?
Damn.
What?
Yeah, you got to go first. Biggest regret of your life?
I mean, like big picture. Honestly, I think it's not really trying from the beginning to. Remember, I was telling you the guy that like lives rent free.
Yep.
Like that's the biggest regret because the things that I do and the way I live now is not how I always lived. You know, and so the early years of my life were a mess. And if I would have, you know, but then I also hear that country song by Rascal Flatts, like God Bless the Broken Road, that led you straight to me. You
There you
know,
go.
so I wouldn't be here today. I wouldn't even be here, you know, if I went back and changed all that. But I would go back and like do this kind of creative side and like connecting people and helping people. Like I would have done that way earlier
Yeah,
than I did. So
that's a great one, actually. I like that. -1 point, actually. Willie's winning
Yeah.
now because he gave the best answer so far. He didn't try to propaganda off of it.
I know, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead. You're up, Eric.
Mine's pretty easy. I would say I regret drinking as much as I did in my life. I'm coming up on 2 years this Labor Day of being sober. And, it's been a life-changing mentally for me. Looking back to all those years, I wasted time, had to have a drink to have a good time, and sometimes, don't get me wrong, it was a good time. But overall, that year of consistently drinking from 18 until he's moving the camera, freaking me out. And then
He couldn't do it. He lasted as long as he could. All right, I'm actually proud of him.
Yeah.
Another point for Will. No, I'm kidding.
I haven't switched the scenes around at all this time.
I wish I just would. I guess I would have. Wish I were to learn how to manage my stress differently without always depending on alcohol. Because I couldn't wait, dude. And there was an old convenience store that all the cops would go to, and the guy would give us a brown bag for all of our 12 packs. And we'd be pouring them in styrofoam cups on the way home, dude. It was just, we could not wait to get that relief, but it damaged me over my whole career, and physically and, internally. So that's my big regret. I wish I could just dial it back more,
Yeah. Yeah. Totally.
Now that makes perfect sense. I mean, mine, without question, is waiting so long to get help. Just because, I think physically and everything else, how much better my life would be. Obviously I've gotten back into good shape and all that, but had I never gone through those periods, kind of one of those things, I'm dealing with, I'm getting better. Obviously I've done damage in those years that you got to wonder years down the road if it's still going to catch up to me a little bit. So that would be, I would have back in 2014, 13, gotten the help I needed.
Yeah.
Totally. Yeah, we wait till the end. We wait till the dumpster fire actually lit the whole block on fire.
Exactly.
And then burn the other block, and then burn your.
I went for the whole city.
Yeah, and then hey, need some help,
Exactly.
So we wait too long. It's too long. But.
Yeah, totally. All right, Eric, pick a number.
11.
Oh, thank you. Actually, all right. You know what? I'm taking your point away because you actually didn't go in order. So there you go.
He's back to 0.
Crap! Because you guys didn't go down the right road a little bit. So we're gonna have to. What is your favorite memory of all time?
Favorite memory of all time?
Yeah.
Wow. You know what it was? I think it was my little police motorcycle bike when I was 5 years old in Okinawa, Japan.
All right. That's super cool.
Yeah, what else am I going to say? I got 2 kids. One of my kids. I already said my wife. I used that up.
I take it your kids have already left the room, so you have nothing to profit by saying it? All right, I get it.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm trying. Favorite memory, honestly, I think would probably be, probably these last 5 years of being with my, homeschooling my kids and being with them, man. That's replaced every other memory I ever had in my life. All that stuff I thought was cool before wasn't cool. Yeah. This is cool. Being with my boys, molding them into men I want them to be and educating them. And I'm making like my best friends, man. It's really awesome,
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, that's awesome.
Willie?
Oh, you want me to go?
I don't know. I'm wondering.
Yeah.
I got to go, and then it's Willie's turn. So I'm trying to.
You scored a touchdown?
I have a tie. Okay. So, the first one, which is growing up, was out on a sailboat with my parents, and it was like in the evening, and you could hear the water hitting against the boat and stuff like that. And it's probably the most relaxed I've ever been in my entire life because I am never relaxed. So that memory sticks with me. And actually, it's funny because with EMDR, they teach you put it in a dumpster and then you go to your happy. That's where I go for my happy place. And I actually would it really does work for me. But then the other one for me, for my 10-year anniversary, we took a cruise, and this was when work had me so messed up in the head and stuff like that, and I had been away from her for so long that it was such a reconnect, and it was
like a life vest or a lifesaver. Right?
Yeah, and exactly, it was like we were almost dating again, like the beginning of our relationship in a weird sense. And so, like, one of my favorite, like, it's funny because now going to Miami all the time, I got to go to Miami Beach and South Beach. I have to drive right by the cruise ships, and every single time, my brain goes right to, like, oh, that was such a great time. So it's weird how some of that, but
why do you think that moment with your parents was so like refreshing to you? I have no memory of my parents ever being together because they were broken up when I was 4. So that's a great place to go back to. And I hope my kids can go back to moments like that, you know.
And I say this all the time. So I'm very fortunate when it comes to my parents that they had a really good marriage and a solid marriage. Like, we didn't always have money. We were dirt poor. It's funny because we spent most of my life being dirt poor, and then when it didn't matter, they had all kinds of money for a little while.
How it works, right?
Yeah, exactly. And then went back to being dirt poor. Hey, it's all good. But my parents worked a ton the whole time. Like, I didn't see my parents most of the time. And my childhood, I don't know if we've talked about it on here, but I think, Willie, Eric, if I haven't told you, it was not a great childhood. I was learning disabled. I spent elementary school getting beat up 3 or 4 times a day, pretty much, and that was my existence, and feeling dumb and inadequate and all that kind of stuff. And so I was always on edge, always, I guess, nervous about things, that kind of thing. And that moment on the boat, I was relaxed. Like, that's what I remember. Like, I remember the picture, but I remember the feeling of just being at peace for a little bit. And that is unfortunately a very rare feeling for me. So I have it.
Yeah. All
right. Yeah, I brought us down again. Thanks.
Willie, I think
Willie, bring it up.
I'm
bring
like
it up.
taking it in.
When he drove the
favorite memory, bring it back up for crying out loud.
I was like processing what you were saying, and it'll take me a little while. I'll come back to that. No, I mean, the favorite memories, I think it's more of a time frame, and it's all early. Like, it was just me and my brother, basically. And it was before I realized, like, oh, dad's not around, like, and mom's always gone. And then there's people that shouldn't be there in our lives. You know what I'm saying? Like, like, started realizing that, oh, life's not, it's kind of messed up. And then, so that early child, I'm a twin. We always were together. So we didn't have supervision. So it was like me and him, like doing, and my cousins would come to town and stuff, and they'd be like, oh, we saw you guys way out of town. Like, you're allowed to go over there? I'm like, we can go wherever we want. We could just travel around, and we were driving through dumpsters, getting pop cans for money, and then we'd take them back and buy like fishing lures and like catching crayfish and selling them, for candy money, basically.
I've never eaten a crayfish.
Yeah, well, I never ate them either. They was fishing with them, I didn't even like them. I was like, these are weird, but people would buy them, so, and like we would sell stuff like that, and and then somehow we survived, and and then we're still twins, and now I like get to hang out with them every once in a while, and it reminds me of being a little kid,
So it's funny because I thought about this, it was a while ago, because obviously we've talked about this before, Willie. And for anybody that's on here that's not religious, sorry, but I'm going down that road for a minute. I've thought about like you and your brother, and I thought, man, I wonder if God made it so they had twins on purpose so that you guys had each other because of that connection. Like,
totally. Yeah, because like I've been like a dad to him, and he's been like a dad to me, and like we've supported each other like our parents should have or could have, and some still could. One of them, anyway. One of them's passed. Let's put it that way. But long story, just say, yeah, man, I think that's absolutely the case. I think if without my having a twin, a brother that whole time, and even as an adult, it's
Yeah.
like recognizing when he does something so cool, and like somebody has to see that, and I get to be the guy that sees it.
Yeah.
Like notice, hey man, that you did what you did is awesome. You should see the chest candy on that guy from 22 years of service, like 9 combat awards. That guy, like, he's legitimate. He was a warrant officer, was a door gunner, rescue swimmer. So, like, praiseworthy stuff.
Yeah.
And and we had parents that they just weren't, they didn't notice how what we needed, and when you did something great, it was not acknowledged necessarily. Especially my dad.
Right.
Like, he was a hippie, and I loved him, but he also was very absent.
Yeah.
And and once I came to terms with, like, all right, I loved him where he was, because otherwise I wouldn't have him at all. And so then I realized, oh, I quit letting him trying to be the guy that I wanted him to be, and just accepted that's where he is. And then I was fine with it. Like, he would just show up randomly or not, or like no birthday card, no, like, oh, and then Christmas for like one of the two of us, like, so that's how we grew up. And having a twin made it okay. So it was like, hey, man, at least we got me and you.
There you go.
We're all right.
And just for the record, don't shortchange yourself either, because you talked about your brother having all these great accomplishments. Man, come on, the accomplishments you have between the way you've helped people, don't ever sell yourself short on that, for real. But anyway, yeah. All right, who picked? Oh, Eric picked number 11. So, all right, Willie, pick for me this time. Pick a number.
10.
10.
Oh God.
We're going in order.
Now he's completed the system.
Yep. See, Eric knows.
Oh, all right. I kind of like this question, but I don't know how I'm going to answer it. All right. Biggest change between 16-year-old you and the you that we're talking to right now?
Virginia. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Oh.
And just flat out banned now. Now we're not even shouting it. It's just banned.
They muted us.
So I think I was definitely way more of a risk taker when I was 16 than I am now. That would be a major one. No, I'm still a little bit of a risk taker, so I can't totally say that. But I think, man, I don't even know. I think I'm more, I'm definitely more cynical now. I'd say that's probably, unfortunately, the biggest one. Like, and I don't want to be one of those old people that's always cynical about everything.
Those young people.
Yeah, really, really do not want that. But I would have to say I'm definitely more cynical now than I was when I'm 16. That's about the best I could think of for that one. All right, Willie.
Oh man, this is like night and day different. So I used to run from cops.
For the record, it wasn't me. I would have caught him.
Yeah, you guys.
Anybody that said that, I would have caught him. But...
Yeah, I had a Mustang, and it was supercharged, and I would street race. I would, like, hang out with all the people I wasn't supposed to hang out with. I didn't go to school. Had a girlfriend who was pregnant we had a baby at 16.
Wow.
So, like, and then I was out of the house.
Yeah.
I had been out of the house for over a year.
See what that car got you? A baby.
I know, yeah. The baby. I think that was I'm trying to be young still, man, but I have like this baby and a job and like,
16.
Oh man,
that's a big difference between my 16-year-old and your 16.
Yeah, it wasn't even in the house. I had a half a credit in high school for like gym class. Just a half a credit,
Well, gym class is fun, so I get why you went to that one.
Yeah, I was good at basketball.
You needed some kind of relief.
Yeah, but yeah, I grew up playing street ball, like basketball. So we were playing 3-on-3 tournaments and stuff, or like pickup games all day long. And and like when I wasn't riding a bike when I was a little kid, then it became basketball. Like it just was something to do, you know, and you could, have fun doing it or whatever. Try to win stuff, but I never really. We won one time. We won a
4th
of July 3-on-3. But we shaved our heads, and guess what happened? We sunburned our heads. So
Yeah.
So now you've sunburned the bottom or blistered
Yeah.
the bottom of your feet.
and in my head at some point, I learned the hard way.
Again, I would like to remind everybody this is the firefighter we're talking to right now.
This is why I got into EMS, because I have to do it to myself. Like I'm a first responder to myself. Always be first.
All right, please save us.
All right. I believed in our government at 16 looking out for us. I really did. I really thought they were telling us the truth. I believe the news had our best intentions, and we've been played. You have to find your own information and find your own truths nowadays, because there is an agenda for profit out there, and unfortunately it's made us fat, sick, and stupid. And seeing my kids pulling them out of school and stuff like that, and understanding the education system. Like, my kids know the Constitution. I didn't even know the Constitution until I redid it with them. No kidding. But I'm just saying, like, you just open your eyes to so many different ways of learning. And man, I really thought the government had my best interest, man. But you realize that Social Security number you get when you're born, you're just a taxpayer. But
yeah.
So I don't believe in the American dream as much as I used to, I guess, right? So.
All right.
Here we go.
Going for Eric, bringing
Reality.
us down again.
That was a real one. Yeah,
no, that was good.
He was genuine in that one.
Fauci. Okay. There we go. We got blocked.
yeah, exactly. Now you've just done this thing completely. First the virginity, and now that. Good job. All right, Willie, pick a number.
4.
Don't worry, I'll take. I'm
freaking real. All right. Not what you tell everybody is your favorite movie. What is your actual favorite movie?
Is this me?
Oh yeah, you got to answer first.
Oh, hey,
Backdraft.
Good. I would love that, but it's not. No, it's Ladder 49 is the firefighter one. So that I like anyway. I like Ladder 49. But that's outside of that, though. My very favorite is Good Will Hunting, still to this day.
That's my kid's favorite movie.
Yeah, it's a great story.
It is a great movie.
And
the story about them doing it so they could actually advance their acting career by getting, I thought that was super cool as well.
Yeah, they were doing their own thing. They were like, oh, well, guess what? Hollywood doesn't accept us, so we're going to do our own thing. So I appreciate that, because that's exactly what I do. Not necessarily Hollywood, but just that kind of attitude. Like, all right, well, I'm going to make my own way, so have fun, and then here we are.
Forward. Exactly.
Here we are.
Good answer. I like that one. Eric, this is where you're going to talk about SpongeBob.
Okay, the path of, let's see, it's got to be Pulp Fiction.
Oh, all right.
I came right out of college. It's my 24th birthday, ready to go with my criminal justice degree, and got my big $7 an hour chasing shoplifters. Thank you. No, come on. Pulp Fiction was great, man.
It's a great movie. I love that movie.
Awesome.
I'm not going to knock you on that one.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys are not even going to know the movie I'm going to mention. But y'all, all right, this is homework for both of y'all, is to go find it. Made in Heaven. It's a rom-com, not kind of a rom-com, more of a rom-drama, if that's a thing. I don't know.
Yeah, that's where you actor boys are different than me, man.
So it's a good movie.
I
played it, like, I tried to get my wife to watch it, and she thought it was the worst movie ever made. But I don't know what it is, but I love that movie. So check it out. It's a great movie.
Made in Heaven. Is this like what?
Minus point. No,
what's that?
What's it
it's
rated?
PG or G.
Okay.
Yeah, and it may be the only movie that I know of anyway that Tom Petty's in it.
Wow.
Is there a soundtrack?
There is, I think.
On a cassette?
Maybe. I don't know. Yeah, it would be cassette. I promise it'd be cassette or 8-track. It's hard to tell.
Yeah, I have to go find a cassette player.
But it's definitely a great movie.
Yeah, but also Ladder 49.
No,
Just saying.
you're out. You're done. All right.
Come on, Griselda, of course.
Actually, that was great. I did enjoy that one. I could have probably put that one. All right, Eric, number
1.
There you go. All right. All right, this is a two-part. You got to answer two questions on this one. All right. First, what is your biggest fear that you tell people? And then second, what is your biggest fear you don't tell people?
Ooh. My biggest fear I don't tell people is my kids finding me dead of like a heart attack or some shit like that.
Okay, wow,
Yeah.
I
I
went
went
deep
there.
right out the gate. Okay.
Oh yeah, because
It only
it's
comes
all
up from here.
it's all the welfare checks and shit we've been on, and then also going through my own heart disease, and you're kind of like feeling mortal at times, and you're like, man, I hope I don't get found like some of these cats, taking a dump in the middle of the night and some shit like that, right? So.
Yeah.
But that's the one I
Hopefully it
don't
was a
tell
good
people until I just told the whole YouTube verse. But the one I tell people is probably about just not being a good father, or like my kids not remembering me, being a good dad. Like maybe some of the booze times when I was a little bit edgy and kind of a jerk off or something, stuff like that.
Yeah.
All right.
Dang.
So my biggest fear that I tell people is easy: spiders. I freaking hate spiders.
Oh,
And yes,
me
I am
too.
scared. Oh, I can't.
Yeah.
Like it's been bad where I can't even look at them in a book like that. It's like, remember, there's a thing called, for all you other young people, a thing called an encyclopedia, and it would have pictures of spiders. I could not open it and look at those pages. Like, it
All the
freaked me out.
eyes.
Yeah,
Fuzz.
I hate
Mhm.
spiders.
Wow.
Yeah.
The biggest fear that I'm kind of touched on it earlier, but I don't talk about. I mean, I've been now again YouTube and bringing out people. I'm just so scared to death of people that that's a hard one, but I'm working on it, trying to get better.
Yeah, people kind of suck. So
Yeah. Some people really stuck.
most are great.
Especially when they keep picking numbers in order.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Yep. We'll add the odd. Well, I don't even remember what numbers we had now. So
Favorite band? No kidding.
yeah.
That's not on here. All right, Willie, you got to answer this.
Yeah. So what I would say, um, what I tell people and what I actually am afraid of, is what I tell people is just the benign stuff, like the spiders and the height and the stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then, but it's actually more like just, I think honestly, if I were to get out of my own way, then I would be successful in my own way.
Yeah.
And for me, I feel like I'm not, which is so backwards, because like I have to be grounded and look around and be like, wow, I made it. But I feel like I've been at this survival thing for so long that I don't recognize it.
Yeah.
That makes perfect sense.
I
Actually,
get it.
I like that answer a lot. I get that completely.
Yeah. So tomorrow when I'm at the beach, I'm gonna be recognizing it, and yeah, I fucking cry.
Hey, just make sure you don't
Like-
burn your feet. All right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
walk.
They've been
I
through
have
enough. They've been through
water
enough.
shoes now. I have like a whole thing, like some dive shoes. I have these socks. Like I'm all set up, man, to like survive. So.
Oh, there we go. We're back into survival.
Yeah, but I'll be there tomorrow, and I'll be glad, because this is back to like living in those moments. Like I remember dreaming about this, and I'm
Yeah,
there.
That's super cool.
Look around.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right, pick a number.
2.
Shocking. Boy, I did not see that coming. I'm so stunned right now. All right. Hold on. Someone's got to be able to read their handwriting. Ooh. What do you dislike about yourself the most? This is going to probably come back to what you've already answered once.
It's just me.
Yeah. You got to answer it first.
Yeah, so I think just that I doubt myself all the time, even with obvious evidence, like all gaslight, like that doesn't matter, that was not a thing, like it doesn't, just act like nothing, and I'll minimize stuff, and then I'll magnify the wrong things, like how many problems I have, I'll magnify those, when it's like I put it in the big picture and it's like, actually, I've been handling problems for a long time, but I just focus in on like something and then make it into a bigger thing than it is, you know, like forget to live because I'm focused on problems and instead of living my life, you know,
Yep.
like just putting out fires instead of like preventing fucking things, you know,
Yeah,
like,
totally.
yeah, get in front of it. So anyway, that's what that's,
That's
my
a good
answer.
one. Eric, you're
Wow.
up.
Wow. What we hate about ourselves? Is that what it is?
What do you dislike?
Oh.
What do you dislike most about yourself?
What I dislike most about myself is probably a lot like what Willie said. I feel like I haven't reached my full potential, but then some of that comes with a cost, right? If I really push myself professionally and where I want to go, it's going to sacrifice my relationships with my kids and my family because it's going to take me away, right? So I battle that all the time, which is the proper way to go. Be there for them or be there, to be able to provide for them. So,
Mm-hmm.
That's a
Yeah.
good one.
What if
All right.
they come along?
Hey, there we go.
You know?
Oh,
They
the
go,
marathon? I'm trying. No kidding.
yeah, yep, yeah. This is good. No, it's cool. I think that's good, man. If there's still room to grow. That's
Yeah.
what we're talking about. You
Yep.
know, that's cool. I'm excited because then we'll watch this thing. We're on episode 19 of
That's
season
great. That's actually
season
great.
1 or whatever. You know,
The never-ending
and
season, because I'm not doing a
oh,
season 2. We just keep going season 1.
we
All
just
right.
keep going. Season 1, episode
Season,
1000.
yeah.
That's hilarious. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, we started doing this and I think you guys you were creative. Bring something to the table every time and people resonate with it. So it's like you're doing something. We don't even know what the impact is. Like,
Yeah.
and that's not the point. The point is just being honest and real, raw, and other people can do the same thing. And
Exactly.
we
100%.
share stuff, like I wanted to say a little shout out real quick to somebody we've had on here before in episode 3, and that was Aaron
Aaron.
Jane.
Hey.
And so
She
a little
rocks.
shout out, to the Thin Line Rock Station. She's a host on there every Tuesday and Thursday from 2 to 4 Eastern, and it's
Right.
called Holding Space with Aaron Jane. So Matt, could you say just a quick blurb about Aaron, because she was on
So,
here?
yeah, she has her own podcast, and it's I hold a place for your darkness. Very cool podcast. I was on it a long time ago. But she was a police officer in Australia. Super cool. Unfortunately, I don't know exactly how things went wrong for her, but she ended up marrying an American firefighter. I feel bad for her about that. I think she's gonna. I think she's converting him. It's fine. It's fine.
She leveled up.
But
He's like, "Oh, I'll save you." Yeah.
he seems like a super cool guy as well. But she, kind of like us in a way that when she wasn't going to do law enforcement anyway, she still needed to give back to the first responder community, and so that's how she's a coach for like dealing with people with trauma. Coach is the right word for that, right? Or mentor. Yeah. So she helps people with that. Obviously, she has the podcast talking to people, so she's just very, very active in the community and trying to help people, which obviously rocks. That's awesome. Definitely shout out to her. Definitely shout out to the radio station. For any first responder, it's always good to have a radio station like that on in the background. Can't hurt. So
Thin Line Rock. That's cool.
Exactly. And I have to answer this question, don't I? What do I dislike? So what do I dislike most about myself? Mine's actually my brain. Like I'm trying to get control of my brain, but it plays like between the trauma stuff and then the ADHD. My brain can play havoc. Plus, I guess a little bit of an OCD type thing. So my brain can throw me in the fits, and then like there are times when it gets best of me where I lock down. And something like having to call someone for something seems like the most impossible task in the world. Like I literally shut down that bad. And it drives me insane at times to not be able to have control of my brain. And as weird as that may sound, but yeah, I would love to have where you can control your thoughts more, where you can stay focused more. And I would love that. That would be incredible.
It's
and
possible.
Possible. And that's what I'm working towards. Whole thing of walking into a room like 10 times in a row to get something, and every time you walk in, like, what did I come in here for? It drives me insane. But...
Oh yeah, totally.
All right, let's see. Willie, yeah, we went in order, so Willie, clearly you picked the last number. Eric, pick a number. We're running out of time.
13.
Oh, unlucky 13. All right. Oh, this is just a fun one. All right, this will be a good one to end one. So, if you could change one thing about your appearance, what's it going to be? Oh, obviously that beard. Yeah, I get it. Totally.
The one thing I would change about my appearance would, man, you know what? Would probably be my shattered pinky from basketball.
Oh, yeah.
Willie knows about that.
Totally.
Sometimes.
Like,
because it's very embarrassing drinking tea. When I drink tea on my tea parties.
He's got like
I thought you're supposed to do this. No,
dude. When I was in the academy, you should.
How many extra laps did you have to run?
They're like, "What the hell's wrong with your finger, Reynolds?"
You're like,
run another lap until you can get it straight. This is gonna be a long day.
He's like, yeah. I mean, I don't really know that would change anything necessarily. I think that physically, I'm tall, 6'4".
If you say you'd be shorter, I will punch you next time I see you. Just for the record, I just want
that
down. I wish I didn't tower over Matt every time I'm standing next to him. Yeah, me too, buddy.
Yep.
Me too.
So I don't know. I mean, honestly, the like physically, I don't necessarily have any problem with how I physically am. I think sometimes I am not physical enough. Like I can be in my head more often and not physical. That means I need to be doing jiu-jitsu or martial arts or something, or some kind of contact, Muay Thai, something. I need more physical, like time. I need to be more in my body instead of in my head about stuff. And so that's the physical part, because that looks like I try, I went, did jiu-jitsu a couple different times in different dojos and stuff, and Krav Maga before that. And I think I just like to be present, really. It's not even about the specific art. It's more, I mean, some of them are really cool, and it goes way deep into my childhood of like watching Karate Kid and stuff, Mr. Miyagi, like I'm Daniel's son right now, but like I usually notice I need to change something because I then got into a sport or something that I couldn't do without trying to train for it, like lots of cardio with Muay Thai, kicking and hip stuff, so that's what I need. I constantly change that. So if I'm changing something or I don't like something, that's what it is.
Let's jump his ass, Matt. Make sure you have the freaking...
come pick me up. We'll go see him.
You guys
we'll video it.
I'm just trying to survive with you guys, man. Like cops, I feel like you get that stuff. Fire doesn't get none of that.
So I'm gonna. Unfortunately, that's not accurate. It should
get
be.
Some?
No, they don't. We do not. I used to train jiu-jitsu all the time with a bunch of guys at work. And one of the most beneficial things I've ever done. And I prefer, like, my favorite's Muay Thai. I love Muay Thai. Yeah. For police officers, jiu-jitsu should be mandatory and lots of training. I would say throw the taser away and just teach jiu-jitsu. I think the taser has been one of the leading downfalls in police work. It is unbelievable to me how departments are basically saying that this taser is a savior when it gets more bad guys and good guys hurt than anything else. And I've seen more bad things from it by far than good things.
That's a whole show right there, man.
Oh yeah, I could go on forever on this, because if we trained officers very well in jiu-jitsu, you would see injuries on both sides drop drastically.
That's true, because being rolling around and you're in your body, you're flexible.
You learn how to do locks and stuff like that, and you end fights a lot quicker. Unfortunately, yes, there would be fights that when it's on, it's on. If the other guy's a good fighter, then yeah, you're going to have to do what you have to do. But you're going to have that even if you have the taser.
No matter
The
what.
success rate with the taser is pathetic.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm not going to go down that road.
We'll come back to that one.
The only thing I could think that I would change is as I get older, I'm starting to thin out up here, and I actually really liked my hair when I was younger, so I would go back and make sure I keep my hair.
Yeah.
I'm not going to Turkey, though, so if anybody's about to suggest that ain't happening. I'll be shaving it soon enough.
Yeah.
But anyway, hey, we are out of time, and I'm
Okay.
sticking my thing, so thank you
What's
all,
number
as always.
15? What's 15? No,
We'll play again another time.
All right. Did anybody win? Or were we all tied?
I guess I lost, so I will be donating to Copline, so I'm cool with that.
I'm gonna go look up that nonprofit, so next time I can be like, psh,
There you go.
and insert their actual name instead of hair missile. You know,
Perfect.
but-
All right, guys.
And we do have a guest next week, so I will tell you all about that later. But y'all have a great night, and I will I'll talk to you, I'm sure, during this week. Everybody else, thank you so much, and have a great night and stay safe.